There are different ways to create silence in ourselves. And as we know, silence is not just not talking. Silence is to be silent inside, to be and feel quiet, to feel stable, to feel calm. Now, how do we do that? There are different ways in doing this. One of them is to use a mantra. One of them is to use their own breathing, so you focus on the in-breath and the out-breath. And one is to keep your tongue on the roof of the mouth and focus on that. That helps as well. And one that I found very useful and has helped me a lot, and I've been teaching this also, is to not think, to go into the space between the thoughts. Now, there's first to explain what is a thought and what is if I notice something. So if, let's say, a cell phone would ring, I would notice a cell phone is ringing because I'm not dead yet. So, of course, I notice it's ringing. Thinking is, if I think about the cell phone, if I think, oh, that's an annoying sound, who didn't turn off their phone? That's the thought process that creates more and more thoughts, as we all know, of course. So if I want to be quiet inside, quiet in my meditations, quiet to talk to angels, quiet to relax and please myself, there is another way to do that. And if you're interested, I would like to do that, demonstrate that with you. So first of all, we're going to do it in several steps. We start with a very short part to kind of get used to it. It's like learning to play the piano. We start with the right hand, which means I'm going to ask you to close your eyes after I count to 3. And then I'll ask you to ask yourself one question. And the question is, what am I thinking? And it's not what am I thinking usually, and what am I thinking normally, and what am I thinking most of the time. It is, what am I thinking now? So we just put our focus on our thought process and just watch and observe, what are we thinking? You want to try this out? The best is to close your eyes because it's just easier to, less distraction. So, I count to 3. Please close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. We close our eyes and ask ourselves, what am I thinking? We open our eyes. That was it. That was very short. I know it gets longer. You probably didn't think of anything. I would almost say 100% of the people I've done this with don't think anything, because our mind is so surprised that somebody's actually watching. Is in shock. It's like, what? Who is checking what I'm thinking? And is silent. Now we're trying it a little longer, and just, be aware if you notice something, if something falls, something slips, there's a noise, just acknowledge that it is. And then again, ask yourself the question, what am I thinking? So, 1, 2, 3, close your eyes. What am I thinking? We open our eyes. Some of you are still silent in their mind. Some of you had some thoughts. I assume you have just acknowledged them and left them where they are. We notice when we follow them, it's very easy to acknowledge. Let's say I think about, there's an email from my boss I have to answer. If it comes up and it's there, I let it go and think, oh, okay, what am I thinking next? If I follow the thought, then that's what comes up. Oh, I have to answer this email of my boss. Oh God, I can't believe this. I hope this position is over soon. I need a different job. This is really highly annoying me. So we start having a story attached to the thought, and much more than that. So it's a good time, for example, to try this out just before you go to bed, because usually all the thoughts are coming in and trying to get our attention. And the simple question of what am I thinking will stop that.